Good morning, children. Welcome to social class. So, in social, we have completed with block 17, isn't it, children? So, today we will start with our new block, which is block 18, and the name of our block is Physical Features of the Earth. Okay, so if you see, children, the earth is covered either with land or with water, isn't it? The earth's surface consists of land and also water, isn't it? So if you see land, there are different land forms like hills, mountains, deserts, plain and plateaus. Okay, the land can be in any of these forms. Okay, and if you see water, it can be an ocean, sea, river or pond, isn't it, children? Or lake. Yes, so these are the different water bodies. Both these can form a physical features of earth. Okay, which is our block, physical features of earth. Okay, so landforms and water bodies together form the physical features of the earth. Okay, so in this, our first topic is features of hills and mountains. Okay, so please open your social content book, children, and turn to page number 112. 112. There you can see features of hills and mountains, isn't it, children? So if you see the hills, children, so this is your hills. So hill is nothing but it is a raised piece of land. That means the land is raised and with a rounded peak. That means if you see, this is the peak, isn't it? Is it sharp? No, right? It is like rounded. So this hills can be explained as the raised piece of land. Okay, raised piece of land with rounded peak at the top, so that is your hill. Okay, they are not usually high, very they are, the mountains will be very high, the hills are not usually very high, and also they have a gentle slope. Okay, slope means the slant height, slope. So can you see slope? It is slanting, isn't it? This slanting slope, okay, is also very gentle. It is not sharp. Okay, but if you see mountains, mountains are taller than the hills. Okay, they are very tall. Here hill is little raised piece of land, the hill. Okay, but a mountain is very tall. Okay, it is taller than the hill, and the slopes are stepper slopes than the hills. That means, can you see how sharp these slopes are? Straight, isn't it? Here if you see, they are slanting slowly and gentle. Here the slopes are very sharp. Okay, and these mountains, most of these mountains have pointed peaks. Can you see the pointed like this? Here if you see, it is round like this. Yes, but here mountains are very sharp. At the back also you can see that very sharp. Okay, and it is always covered with snow. Can you see at the top, it is covered with snow. Okay, so when there are number of mountains together, so that is called mountain range. If there are number of mountains together, joined together, then it is called hill range. Okay, and these hills and mountains are usually cold in winter because they are raised piece of lands, isn't it, children? They are high away from the sea level, from the normal ground level. They are little higher, because of that the winters are cold. Okay, and summers are pleasant. Okay, and people generally visit these places in summer so that they can enjoy the pleasant climate, because in the normal place summers are very hot, isn't it? But here in hills, not in mountains, mountains are very less, but in hills and mountains the climate is pleasant. That means we can't feel that hotness in summer. So generally people visit the hill stations in summer. Okay, mountains will be little colder. Okay, children, and some people go to mountains for hiking in winter. You know, hiking, people wear all those and they skate in the snow, skiing. So they'll do that also. Okay, so that is about hills and mountains. And if you see in your next page 113, you can see about a picture valley. Okay, valley is nothing but the flat low land between the mountains or hills. Okay, if you see in the picture, see, this is the mountain. If this is the mountain, this is the mountain here, and here also it is a mountain here. In between the land of mountains, or it might be hills also, so that flat land between the mountains or hills are called as valleys. Okay, these valleys always filled with a river, flowing river. So these valleys will always have water in them, that is river water. The river will be flowing through these valleys. Okay, children, and most people who are living near the valleys get the water from these flowing rivers, and they grow crops, and also they build their houses and get water from the rivers. They get water, the, the uses of water, what they want, they can get directly from the rivers. Okay, and here also in the valleys also the climate is also very pleasant. Okay, like hills and mountains, because of that mountains and hills in between the valleys there, no, so because of that the climate is also very pleasant here. Okay, children. So this is our topic for today, children. I have given few keywords in your daily schedule. Please learn them and write it in your classwork. And please read this content, children. Okay. And if you find any other word which is difficult for you, read that also. Okay. You can write it in your classwork and read that also. Okay. Try to learn the spellings, children. Okay. Coming to your question answers. What are the physical features of Earth? Give examples. The landforms and the water bodies are the physical features of the Earth, isn't it? Example for landforms, you can write hills, mountains, plains, deserts, plateau. Any two or three you can mention. Water bodies, ocean, sea, river, lake, pond. Any two or three water bodies you can write. Okay, so write this answer in your classwork and please learn it, children. Coming to your next question, what is a valley? Valley is a flat land between the hills and mountains. Okay, and usually it has river water flowing through it, isn't it, children? So you can write that point, or else only write a valley is a flat land, low land between the hills and mountains. Okay, so write these two answers in your classwork and please learn it, children. Coming to your homework, complete the volume book 3, page number 10, S1, hills and mountains. Okay, so tomorrow we will learn the features of deserts, plains and plateaus. Okay, so see you in the next class, children. Bye.